Hey, what's up family, and welcome to this flipping guide. I know there's quite a few different flipping guides out, but I really want to show you guys detailed exactly what to do, how you can start making your first millions flipping just simple items that, I don't know, you're obviously going to have to come up with your own items. I mean, I can give you a little bit of advice, maybe, I don't know, just a little bit of suggestion for what type of items you could use to make some money, depending on how much money you have. And first things first, the more money you have to invest, the more money you will make if the flip goes right, because there isn't, I mean, it's not like completely safe. Like, you could still lose money flipping, but more than likely you are going to make money. It really depends on what item you're flipping. An item could randomly crash, or it could even drastically raise. You never know. So you're going to have to check the charts in order to be as positive as you can on items before you start flipping them. So might as well is get started. So I just grabbed a small amount of cash, which most of you guys will have, about 2 to 1 mil probably, to start flipping with. So you got to go right to the GE, and then you just got to brainstorm. You're like, what kind of items should I buy? What items are people wanting and that not many are coming into the game, or something that is coming into the game a lot with high demand but decent margins and whatnot. So one thing you have to do, you have to be able to find the margins on the item that you're trying to do. There's a few different ways you can find the margin. It really depends on if it's an expensive item, you really want to look at the charts more and get the margins from the charts over finding it yourself, because you could lose a couple $100K just checking the margins on an item, like an AGS or something like that. You could lose like 100K or 200K just checking the margins, and you'll actually get merged yourself, and you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. You aren't going to be able to avoid it completely, but you can avoid it as much as you can. So let's think of a random item. Alright, here's an item that I've used before that I don't currently use right now, so it may still work. So a miter. So there's several different kinds of miters here, which there is 6 different kinds, to be exact. And you can pick any one of these, find the margin. I mean, I'm going to show you guys right now a little bit lesser item of what the margin would be like, how to find the margin yourself. So say it says 60K and 144 GP right now. So we're just going to raise the price right now and buy it for whatever it buys for. So 69,950, and then we're going to sell it back for a bit under that, and we're going to see what people are buying it for. 69,950. So that's a great merch right there, actually. That is a 9K profit that guy's merching that for right now. So all you have to do is put it up for a little bit more, or even the same price. It really depends on how competitive the market is. Some things you might not want to put on the same price. But for this item, I will actually, so Sarah Diamond Miter, bought it for 62 whatever, so there we go, 6,500. So right here, boom, you guys are getting a great item, and then we'll let this sit in the GE until it buys. And once this item buys, then we can sell it back for just a little bit under. So let's jump into the history right quick and see what's going on. So I just sold some random stuff here. It's my 99 cooking and stuff. The party hat specs that I bought for 4.4 mil and whatnot. Okay. So right here, I bought the Stardom Miter for 69,950, and I sold it back for 60,222. So right there is the profit margin, and you can sell it back for 69,900 or anything around there, and boom, there it bought. So there, the Sarah Diamond Miter bought right there at 6,500, and we're gonna put it in for 69. Whoops. Actually, we're gonna check the margin one more time here, or check the histories of the margin. So 69,950. Okay, so we're gonna put it in for 69,900 exactly. 69,900. Actually, I'll show you guys the tip that I usually use. I just drop it down a couple GP, so if anybody did put it in for the 69,900 mark or whatever, I will outdo them. So it will go to me instead of them. Putting it out there, a lot of people don't do the minus a couple GP, but if you do that, then it's a lot more efficient. So we'll just wait for that to sell while I explain a little bit more. So there's a few different ways how you can do it. You can get a more expensive item once you have a fatter cash stack, like Third Age. I really don't suggest merging Third Age, to be honest, unless you have a lot of cash and you can buy it on the street and whatnot for different prices once you know the official price. But right here, see, I'm doing a Sarah Diamond Miter. So you don't really have to do that for this item. It's more for like a bigger item, or if you're buying an item in bulk. So it says right there, it is worth that. So we're going to open that up in the OS Buddy, and we're going to drag that over here. and we're gonna see. So it hasn't even loaded yet. There it is. It's loading right now. Okay, so right here is the average chart of the things. So okay, open that up. A little bit of a problem there, but fuck it. Can't really move the recording and whatnot. I mean, I can, but it would be pretty annoying to do. So just leave it as that. So I'll just scroll down and you guys can see. So you can see the OSRS Buddy exchange as the ID and whatnot. So we're on the OSRS Buddy site right now. It's telling me all the price fluctuations and stuff. So you can see here, there's a brief overview of what the prices look like. It was peaking at 99K each, which is pretty crazy. And then it just did a drastic fall, and they're actually raising again, which is why the margins are a lot better. So we can just check right here. It hasn't sold yet. Okay. So now we go down here and we see the buy price. The average buy price is 68,375. So that's what people are normally buying it at, around there. So what we did prove, which is 69K, which we bought it in the first place. So this sell price is 60. Yeah, so that's exactly pretty much on point. Obviously it's a little bit off, but that's pretty on point. And now is a brief overview of how many are traded per day, so you know if an item is in demand or if people aren't like filling demand. So it's pretty average, I guess. I mean, basic example, you say this day right here, 69 were sold. If you sold all 69 of those, you made 9K each. I mean, there you go. You do the math on a calculator. I can do it right now. So 69 times 9, you'd make 621K off that item in one day if you sold all of those 69, which you might sell more, you might sell less, probably less, because that's the total that's being bought. But what you want to go is in the week section, so you can see the prices a little bit more closer, day by day, and pretty much it's pretty. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very accurate. I mean, I don't even know how they get all these, like how accurate it is, but they get it somehow. So right here, within the last few hours, people bought 31. So I think somebody's merching this actually right now, because 31 got bought out of nowhere. So right here is a big thing. You can see somebody's merching it because I bought it off a mercher probably. See, somebody bought 57 of them. That's how you can tell when there's big spikes like that of people selling and buying. Then you know somebody either dumped or bought a lot of items. So yeah, it has yet to sell. Usually items sell around, takes about 30 minutes. Some take a couple hours depending on the prices that you do and like how much in demand the item is, which this item clearly isn't in demand that much, but there's still room to make profit, and it's a pretty good beginner merch. So now you can tell how to read the charts a little bit. I mean, you can go over to the RuneScape site and look at their charts as well, but I really don't like that. I highly suggest just doing the OS Buddy site. It's so much better doing the OS Buddy site. Like, really, the information is so accurate and it's very up to date and whatnot. You can't find that on the RuneScape Grand Exchange they provide. For whatever reason, OS Buddy is so much better than that, but it is what it is. So you see the charts, see the prices, and I can find another item, a little bit of a cheaper item for those of you guys who want to do more in bulk. Like, you can buy items in bulk, wait for them to raise, or just sell them for a little bit of profit, and it turns into a good amount of profit because of how much that you actually bought. Okay, so now this is the point where you think of an item that you want to buy. I mean, I'm going to type in a random item here, and we can check the margins on it and whatnot. Since it's a very cheap item, you don't really have to go check the charts if you're just doing a quick flip. And look right there, it's sold. In pretty much no time, that's a 9K profit. I can keep flipping that right now, and I would keep profiting. So 544, this is being bought at the oak planks, and I'll sell it back for a bit less. So let's see how much it is. 533. So okay, so 10 GP margin. So I'm going to buy some oak planks. Let's just do a small amount. So actually, let's just go look at the history first so you guys can see how I found that. So 544 and 533, 10 GP margin. Once we buy it, we'll make about 10 GP because it's 11 GP right now, but we'll make about 10 because we're going to overcut this guy so we can buy it. So oak plank. Whoops, typo there. So this is all just real time, guys. Just me explaining it real time so you guys can see. So we're going to buy it at 534, and we're going to buy 50 of these. So we'll see how long it takes for those to buy. So it's a little bit of a smaller item. I mean, we can go check it over here on the side. Oak plank, and search that, and we can check how in demand it is, if it's in demand or not. So it says right here that it is actually raising in price overall. It went a little bit of a slope, and now it's raising again, which is pretty good. You want to see that, I suppose. And see, yeah, so it's around 10 GP margin as well here. A little bit more, 11 GP, but I just rounded down to 10. You really want to get percentages, like start doing percentages and whatnot to help you do it a lot more. But you can see here an overview of that. So there, all the oak planks just bought. It just notified me on OS Buddy. So we bought 50 old planks for that, and then we're going to sell them back for 543. And we'll see how long it takes for those to sell. 10 GP each, about 9 GP or so. Math skills strong. I'm just doing this really quick, guys. I mean, I would calculate everything and whatnot if I was doing this myself. So right here you can look, and there's about 1 million sold, almost rounding up anyways. It's supposed to be rounded down, but like 900k, 1 mil or so. That's pretty average, I guess, anywhere from 700 to a bit over 900k. I mean, it's pretty low over here, but just recently it's been a good amount. And there's a lot that's being bought. So 1.5 mil, 1.6 mil. Right here's a huge slug with 2 mil bought, which is pretty crazy. And another almost 2 mil. So it goes up and down a little bit. It fluctuates a lot. But it really isn't too bad. I mean, this could even be another good item to merch. If you have a lot of money, you can probably make a good amount of money off that. I'm not going to lie. You just have to buy a whole shitload in there, but you'd have to fuck with like Grand Exchange margins. Not even the margins, is the wrong word to say, but the buy limits and whatnot. Like I said, guys, one take. I'm doing this all in one take, so it's all real, honest information of exactly what to do, how to merch. I mean, it may be a little long, but this is exactly what you guys have to do. Find the margins, look at the charts, and see if it's an item that you think will work, you know? I mean, obviously, you can use these items. I mean, after this video, these items are probably not going to be as good for a little bit, but they'll probably always go back. I mean, there's more than one person merching every item, especially a big bulked item like oak planks. I'm sure there's a bunch of different people merching, and it's quite competitive. As you guys that start flipping will notice that you are going to have to like, you're going to have to fight for your prices pretty much. People are going to overcut you, undercut you when you're selling, and you're just going to have a lot of problems. But see, look, there we go. They're selling. I mean, somebody might even be checking the margins and overcutting me already, or undercutting me when I'm selling. Be undercutting. But yeah, I mean, you can even gather a team and have a lot of money put together, like a bill or something like that, and then merch an item big time and make it explode. Because I've done that before, and you make a lot of money doing that. That's where all the real money is. Flipping really isn't as much money as merching, like full-blown merching, but flipping is some pretty good money, and you can do it by yourself without having huge quantities of cash. But if you have huge quantities of cash, I highly suggest just merching. But you can see here all the margins of just a couple things. I made 9k there. I mean, I didn't make any money. I just actually made my money back. But you guys can see, now you guys know a little bit of the margin on there. And I'm starting to run out of breath a little bit because I'm talking so much for so long. But I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty interesting. It'll help you really get better at like your math skills and your buying and selling skills, like economy shit and whatnot. So it's not too bad. Economics it's called, actually. But I think I'm actually going to make a series. I know there's been series before of people going from like scratch to like 50 mil. I think a friend did a series of that. And I think I might do something like that, not necessarily copying him, but the fact that there isn't anybody doing that right now that I know of anyways. I mean, I may be wrong. There might be somebody doing it. You never know. But I think I can make it really good. And there we go. It just finished selling all the oak planks. So I made, what, 500 GP off that. But I can actually show you guys right here in a larger scale. So let's collect this money. So I'll go into the history first as well before I do that. In a larger scale, you'll profit a lot more. So, I mean, this isn't the best item in the world, but it's not too bad. So I bought them at 534 and I sold them for 543. Just a quick flip, and actually I'll look into that a little bit more in depth so you can see a little bit of profit. So I made 450 GP right there in like 2 seconds with just not investing much at all. I mean, it's not a lot of money or anything, but so we'll go. I mean, I'm not going to do this myself, but I mean, you guys could do it if you want. Maybe not specifically in this item, but I just want to show you. So I buy them at this. Alright, so 534, and let's say I bought 300,000 of them. That's only 160 mil. That's really not too bad. I mean, this is, like I said, this isn't the best merch. This is an example. So 160 mil, and sell them for 543, and you'd make a couple mil off that. Wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it probably wouldn't take that long anyways. If you guys seen the charts, like some days people buy 2 mil a day. So that'd be a couple mil. I mean, you could do that. If you have a couple different accounts, you can fight the buy limits and whatnot, and the sell limits. I don't even think there is a sell limit. Maybe there is. But yeah, you can fight the limits and do it. So I made all my money back. I didn't lose anything. I mean, I might have even profited. I profited 107 GP after finding the margins and whatnot on that. Obviously, you're gonna have to buy more Ceradema miters and whatnot. But just a quick, brief overview. I'm not sure if anybody said it like in depth like that. Like the way I just explained it. But back to what I was talking about. I really think I'm gonna make this series like I start with like 1 GP or something like that and make it to 50, 100 mil. Because I know I definitely can. It just takes a little bit of time, and I feel as if it'd be quite interesting and really good content. And if you guys enjoy that, be sure to leave a comment. And this is a quick little guide. Hopefully, you guys do some good flips and make a whole fucking shitload of bank. Like, I know I've made many mills. I made a lot of the money on this account flipping. I've done team merching on my main account and made complete bank doing that. I mean, it's just a little bit more of a waiting game doing team merching. But if you do it right, you guys can make mills and mills and mills. Like 50, 60, 100 mil on any item, you know, that you guys decide. If you just completely buy it out and then you pretty much run the prices and whatnot. If you're buying everything that goes in. I mean, that's not necessarily how to do it, but just a little bit of an example. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a thing or two. If you did, be sure to tap that thumbs up. And if you didn't learn anything new and you were pretty much a flipping expert, you still tap that thumbs up. Just show some love. If you have any questions or anything, I can be sure to try to answer them in the comment section below. Be sure to leave that. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. And guys, I've been on the grind lately, making a lot of content for you guys. I got a new video coming out soon. I got a Deadman video coming and everything, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. I hope this flipping guide helps some of you at least, and let's do that new series.